Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Let me sign on with, well, let me see if I can find this to be able to share this before we get too far into our broadcast. There it is. Let's see if I can share it to another platform. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, hello and hi to all of you who are catching us on the replay. I'm going to do a quick introduction as soon as I managing your results. Share this to a couple platforms. I'm actually going to share this to my other Facebook page and then to Instagram. And then we're going to share to Periscope. You guys let me know how the connection is. I am in a different space. And so the internet has been one of my concerns here lately. Hey there, good morning. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Sharing out to a couple other platforms really quick. Go live there. Hey Periscope, how's it going? How are you guys doing? Guys, I can't even begin to explain. I mean, I feel absolutely amazing. I pray that you guys feel the same. I pray that you guys are in a steady progression in your life and your business, and you can already see that 2019 is going to be absolutely amazing for you. We've been talking about management. That is our theme for this month, and we've talked about managing your relationships, managing your faith. And guys, the managing your faith, if you have not seen that broadcast, be sure to go back on my timeline to view that. It's so important, guys, because faith is that thing that pushes us past, any measure of adversity or, something uncomfortable that we may be experiencing. Faith helps us to get past that. And I was sharing, I did I'm not going to be able to see, well, maybe I can put it here, maybe still see the comments. I was going to say I'm not going to be able to see your comments if you're joining me on, let me see if I stick it there, on Facebook, but let me see if I can do it this way. Maybe Instagram can see me from here. I don't have a stand for this phone. So, because my iPad, and I feel really funny saying that because, guys, I've never owned an Apple product until now, and it was actually a birthday present for me. My Android has been doing just fine. I've been able to transition from a salon owner and being behind the chair and, meeting my income that I was currently making, exceeding it on my Android, right? So I'm good with Android, but I was given an amazing gift. I was given an iPad this morning, so I'm kind of testing that out on my Periscope broadcast. Santana 793, how are you? Good morning, Instagram. For those of you who've never been on a live broadcast with me before, a quick introduction. I'm Tanya Wilson-Cherry, beauty business consultant and certified life coach. I have a 20-plus year background in the most amazing industry on the planet, the beauty industry. Guys, we have so much freedom in the industry to evolve and to grow and to expand. It really is an industry that allows us to reach new heights and new levels in our business, and also to have a measure of freedom while we're doing it. So many of you know that the type of freedom that we have in the industry is not normalcy for every industry. It's an industry, hey Tanya, how are you? It's an industry that people decide they don't want to do, and then they come back in, they can rebuild another clientele, they can close their salon down and reopen another one once they get themselves together. It's just really a flexible industry, but it's also an industry that allows you to grow massively, right? It allows you to grow massively, guys. And so I absolutely love the industry and what I do in the industry. I'm a licensed cosmetologist of 25 plus years. I owned a salon for 10 years, and now I teach hairstylists and salon owners how to brand, build, and profit in their business. I help them gain immeasurable measures of clarity. Guys, clarity is everything. G. Williams, how are you? Clarity is everything. When you're clear, everything in your life and business begins to shift, right? You guys put clarity is everything in the comments. Good morning, Sharonda, darling. How are you? Clarity is everything. And as you move forward and you progress in your career, your level of clarity increases. That's if you are aligned with growing in your life and your business. You just keep getting more and more and more clear. And then you are aware of where you need to place your time, your energy, your resources, your money in order for you to continue growing. And so many people find themselves stuck in the industry, one, because of management. And we've been talking about that for this particular month and on today. And I've broken management down into different segments. We talked about managing your faith, managing your relationships. And this morning, we're going to talk about managing your results. Because guys, in our industry, we can easily, right, get in a routine of just doing hair every single day behind the chair. Our only goal is to get another client, right? Sometimes our goal is just to pay the bills that we currently have. And so if we continue in that cycle without managing what's actually transpiring, then we can likely wake up 5, 10, 15 years later and say, what happened to all the dreams I had about the industry? What happened to all the things that I said that I wanted to do? So one of the things I want you guys to focus on this morning is managing your results. Managing your results. I recently contacted a new company. I have gas in my home. And so I contacted a new propane company. And I was looking through the mail and I saw a small card in the mail. And so instantly, because I help people build businesses, I said, oh, maybe they're sending me a Christmas card, right? But in actuality, what it was, guys, was a thank you card. It was a thank you card from the company. You guys see this? They were thanking me. I'm going to read it to you. It says, we appreciate your business and the confidence you have placed in us. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve you. Please contact me whenever I can be of assistance. So immediately when I saw the card, I thought of one of the things that we used to do in the salon. So every time we had a new customer, if they came anywhere from Tuesday to Saturday, that next Tuesday, they received a personalized thank you card in the mail that was handwritten. It was handwritten. Now, this may have seemed small, but to me, I knew that it took time for them to do that. It put them on my mind again, right? And it made me look forward to the relationship, the business relationship that I'm going to have with them because I'm using their service. And so many times as salon owners or hairstylists, we feel that we're doing the people who are coming to us a service, right? We feel we're doing them a service. And so we don't always think about the extra things that we can do to continue maintaining their business. And this is where managing your results come in. So many of you have seen a number of new clients throughout 2018. If you've had new clients at any point through 2018, put me in the comments. If you had new customers, that weren't currently coming to you, maybe they were referred or they found you online, they were new to your business. If you've had new customers, put me in the comments. If you haven't, then you need to set up a call with me. You need to set up a complimentary SOAR call with me. You can go to bit.ly/buildwithtanya for that. But if you've had a new customer this year, put me in the comments. And this is what happens sometimes. This is called managing your results. So one of the reasons many salon professionals find themselves working so hard in their business is because they're not managing their results. So the goal becomes to continue getting a whole lot of new customers instead of managing and maintaining, making sure that that's first priority, the ones that they already have, right? And so a couple ways that you do that is you look at your retention rate. This is called managing your results. So some people feel like their business isn't growing, but they're getting the customers, but somewhere down the pipeline, the customers aren't returning, or they didn't make the right type of connection to continue building the relationship. And so your retention rate is the number of times a customer comes back to you, either after being a new customer or your loyal customers. Like, I'm doing all of these people, but are they all new people? Am I constantly having to search for new people? If so, there's probably something in your process, right, that you're not doing. You guys get that? And so one of the things in your process can be something simple, like this little card they sent me in the mail. This is what we used to do at Abstract. We had standardized cards. They were with our logo and our brand that we sent the clients, thanking them for their first visit with us. It makes a difference. You're managing your results, because your results are the new people who are coming. But how you manage it is when you're looking to see if they're continuously coming back to you, or is it hit or miss. You guys get that? She Wrote Publishing, thank you for joining. You're managing that by checking to see if those new clients are constantly coming back to visit you. There are certain things that I do even in my business now, right, with the clients who I have previously serviced, right? There's some things that I just do. Sometimes, for instance, someone may take a 12-week coaching program with me, or they may do my Next Level Renew strategy session, which is about 60 days of us working on a strategy. And when it's over, it can be a month or two later. If they're on my heart, I reach out to them to see how they're doing. I actually have a system that I go by as well, but sometimes it's just generally because I thought about them. So that means that even though their time with me for that particular service was over, I still check. I'm managing my results, right? I still check to see how their progress is going, or how their process is going. Guys, many of my clients, even when I was a hairstylist behind the chair and a salon owner, were repeat customers, right? And the same thing is transpiring in my business. I'm managing my results. So how many of you have taken the time to look through your list of clients? Because we're managing here, right? When you manage something, you look to see how well it's functioning and operating. But how many of you have had clients that you just simply have not seen in a while? They came for a while and then they just kind of dropped off. But because you're getting new customers, sometimes you may not pay any attention. One of the things you could do to manage that is to send them a card that says, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Come and get a complimentary eyebrow wax, or save 15% off of your next visit with us. These are called managing your results. Are you really looking at your business, at the details of your business, to see what's really transpiring, right? Another thing, guys, is rebooking. So one of the things that I focus on when I'm doing business assessments, so someone will schedule a business assessment with me, I'll send them a series of questions about their business. And if I see that their retention rate is low, and retention is how you're retaining the customers, because sometimes it's easy to get stuff, but maintaining it is what you guys want to focus on. It's just like getting married. Anybody can get married, but maintaining it is where it comes in. The same with opening a business. Opening a business isn't really hard, guys. It's not really hard. Where the work comes in is maintaining it and managing it. And so when I'm doing a business assessment with someone, I'll send them a series of questions. If I see their retention rate is low, I'll ask them, are your clients rebooking immediately? Are your clients rebooking immediately? You're managing your results. We've gotten to the point where we've gotten comfortable because now so many of our clients can book online. They can book online, right? So when they get out of the chair, we just assume, oh, whenever they're ready, they'll book again. But I believe that it is your goal to be proactive, right? Especially if you have the time and space, 2 minutes, to manually rebook them before they leave, right? Rebooking, asking them, do they want to schedule their next appointment with you right now? So I do feel that technology has kind of gotten us out of the phase of asking that question. And the chances are more likely that people will come to you already scheduled with you. You may be something that they continue to put off and say, I'll do it later, if it's not already in the books. You guys get that? So are you managing your results. The next thing I want to talk about as far as managing your results is managing your process. That's part of managing your results, managing your process. So often, guys, if we're not careful, we will deem we'll call things a reason when they're actually an excuse. So I want you guys to take a look before we head into 2019, because much of what's transpiring in your life and business is based on your habits. So whenever there's an opportunity for you to do something that you know is going to take your business to the next level, do you feel that you make excuses for all the reasons why it's not going to work? All the reasons why you don't have the time to get it done, right? And if you look carefully, I do this too, guys. I ask myself, now, are you just making excuses? Or is this a real reason why you haven't gotten that done, or why you're not going to do this or that particular opportunity? You guys get that? Right? So make sure that you're managing your process, taking a look at your progress, how you're going about handling your business. Are you making excuses? I had someone, Soul to Soul, how are you? Thank you for joining. I gave someone an opportunity, and they came up with all the reasons why they weren't going to be able to do it. It wasn't money involved, right? Money had already been, the money part had already transpired. But so many times, guys, when we look at our results and they're not what we desire them to be, it's because we are actually operating in excuses as opposed to really being a reason. Guys, I've been able to build a new business in 3 years under some of the most stressful years that I've experienced in my life, right? It's because I learned not to operate in excuses. I learned that some of the things that I would say was the reason I wasn't doing something, or I was putting something off, wasn't really a reason. It was an excuse. It was an excuse. Hey, Sherry, how are you, dear? So when you're managing your results, you also want to look to see if how you manage your process, how you're getting things done. Are you actually getting it done, or are you making excuses? So the next thing is to ask yourself, is it working? This is managing your results. This is what being able to go back and look at your numbers. And on our next broadcast, we're going to talk about managing your money, right? Because that's huge. We're all in business to make money. You should be, right? If you're not, that should be one of the top priorities, in your business, is to earn a profit, not just earn money, but to earn a profit. But you have to be able to look at what's going on. Your marketing, is it working? The different platforms that you're spending your time on. I had a conversation with some of my mastermind members, and we were talking about the amount of time, we spend posting on our personal page as opposed to our business page. Well, some of them were sharing that. I was letting them know the significance in the results that I get because I began to focus earlier last year on my business page. Right? And so oftentimes you have to ask yourself, the people that I'm sharing my content or my marketing with, are they really people that are going to buy from me? Right? And that's not to say that we don't gain followers from our personal page on Facebook, but many of them have seen us so often, they've become familiar with us. But when people go to our business page and they connect with us, they already have the mindset that they want to do business, right? That's why they're there on your business page on Facebook. They know that you're a business. If they're connecting with you on that page, then you can be more assured that they're wanting to make the exchange with you. They're wanting to receive value and pay you monetary services if they're on your business page on Facebook. So I want you guys to manage your results, manage where you're spending your time, find out if your marketing is really and truly working for you to the level that you desire. You guys know there can be seasoned woman. Thank you for joining. There can be someone with 10,000 followers who's broke. I'm gonna say that one more time. There can be a person with 10,000 followers on social media who is broke, right? So it's not necessarily the number of followers you have. This is, you're managing the results here, right? Hey, Maisha, it's not necessarily the number of followers you have, but the number of people who are actually converting and doing business with you. So I don't want any of you to go into 2019 doing the same things that aren't really yielding you real results in your business, right? This whole month we're talking about management, and on today we're talking about managing your results. Is it working? It's a real simple question, right? Because you guys know that busy doesn't always mean profitable. Let's say that one more time. Busy does not always mean profitable. When I got really, really clear, right, I'm managing my results. I take time to go back and look at what's transpiring, to look at my process, to look at what's going on in my business, to look at my efforts, to see if they're really working. And when you do this, guys, that then puts you in a space of, okay, this isn't quite working. What do I need to be aligned with? What do I need help with? You know, what's not working? Instead of continuously doing things for an entire year, and every year looking the same, 16, 17, 18, right? Because we're not managing our results, meaning we're not really going back to look and see, is it working? The last thing I want you guys to do is to allow someone else to look at your process. Allow someone else to look at your process. I work with very highly driven salon professionals and entrepreneurs. So many of them are extremely intelligent. They're really gifted in what they do, and they are leaders in the different areas that they work in. And one of the things about being a leader or being highly gifted sometimes is that we shut down from hearing information that we actually need to hear. I'll give you guys an example. In one of my courses, I was talking about just kind of looking through your process and seeing what's working in your business, and asking the participants if they had an email list. And one person says, oh yeah, we got over 3,000 people on our email list, which is great. But I knew that it wasn't working because they were connecting with me so that they could build more clientele. If you have 3,000 people on your email list as a salon owner that are actively coming to your business, you're not in need of customers. Did you all get that? Did you all get that? And so this is where managing your results comes in, because just because you have 3,000 people on your email list, are they opening the emails? Are they scheduling appointments? Right? So sometimes the numbers that we're looking at are actually the wrong numbers. But when you're in a stage of actually managing your results, you guys don't hear me, right? When you're managing your results, that means you're really you're checking to see, is it really working? Because we can get fooled by the numbers. Remember I said sometimes people have tens of thousands of followers on social media and still are not earning consistent revenue from social media, right? They've not monetized it at all. There's no client attraction system going on there. There are people who are liking what they post and they're affirming it, but there's no conversion. There's no coin being exchanged, right? 10,000 people. One of the reasons why my clients see great results is because we get really clear, right, on who they're marketing to. So they're not marketing to just everyone. So by the time, if they get 10,000 followers, man, they're in the millions, because their goal is to actively connect with people who would actually want to do business with them, who are actually at least joining their list and interacting, and then moving up the chain, right, to ultimately become a customer. Why else are we, what's the other goal as a business owner on social media marketing your business, right? So for today, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about managing your results. We talked about client retention. See if all of these new people that are scheduling with you, are they actually coming back? And then put some of the processes in place that I shared the early part of the broadcast. And managing the actual process. Make sure you're not making excuses for why you're not doing the things that are necessary in your business. Because sometimes what we consider a reason is really an excuse, right? What we consider a reason is really an excuse. And we make it, sometimes we call them reasons because it makes us uncomfortable to have to do it, right? But guys, if you're looking to go to the next level, you got to be willing to be a little uncomfortable. And you got to know that the processes and the systems that you need to put in place so that you can see the harvest are not always convenient. They're not always convenient, but what they're doing whenever you're faced with something new that you have to do or a new system that you have to put in your business, you're redeveloping a new foundation that eventually will become convenient. It's going to help you change your processes and how you're doing things and also how you're receiving. And so then I ask you guys the question to ask yourselves, and periodically, about every 30 days, is it working? Is what I'm spending my time, money, energy, and resources on, is it working? And then allow someone else to look at your process. I gave you guys the example where someone shared they have thousands of people on their salon email list, but when I propose the question, how many of them are opening the email? Are these customers, is this an active email where people are actually scheduling, 3,000 people are scheduling, right? Or is that just 3,000 people on your list? So one of the ways management is so important, guys, is one of the biggest principles to really growing your business. And so a lot of times we spend a lot of our time in the busy work, when in actuality, if we manage the systems, we can see where to put our most efforts and generate our most profitable income and revenue. And also see places where we can add more value to our customers, because people pay for value, right? People pay for value. You guys have a super, super amazing day. My goal, I would love to see you all on Wednesday, but it's half day for my daughter. So I'm trying to figure out how I can possibly do that, because that would put me picking her up around the time that I normally broadcast. But if I find that it's possible, I'll pop on at another time of the day on Wednesday. You guys have a super amazing rest of the week. Peace.